Hello, welcome to the update. I'm Susie Thompson. The husband of a woman found dead in Queensland earlier this year has been charged with her murder. 49-year-old Frances Elizabeth Crawford was located at the bottom of a retaining wall near a ride-on mower during July. Her husband, 47-year-old RAAF pilot Robert Crawford, has now been charged with murder, domestic violence offences and interfering with a corpse. A woman is in a critical condition after being mauled by 3 dogs in the backyard of a home in Victoria. Police were forced to shoot the dogs dead after OC spray failed to stop their attack on the woman. Roosters NRL coach Trent Robinson and his wife are recovering after a gas bottle explosion in the Hunter Valley. The pair had been cooking dinner with former rugby league administrator John Quayle and his wife when they suffered burns. Nine reporter Danny Weidler says both were doused in cold water and taken to hospital.
The critical care medical team airlifted the couple to John Hunter Hospital. Trent's wife Sandra was kept there for a night. Trent was there for a couple of nights because when there are gas injuries, monitoring of the lungs has to be taken care of as well. John Quayle and his wife were not injured, thankfully.
The death toll has risen to 9 as Hurricane Milton leaves Florida, dissipating in the Atlantic. The storm passed further south than expected, dumping 3 times the October average rainfall in some areas in just hours. Will Nunley from Weather Nation has told the BBC water levels have reached as high as the 2nd level of some structures.
Over the course of today and into tomorrow, most of that will begin to recede, with about 7 to 10 feet of storm surge reported, especially in areas where it made landfall. So there are still plenty of flooded neighborhoods that are going to be dealing with that for hours to come.
Sport and entertainment are next. In sport, tennis legend Rafael Nadal has announced his retirement from the sport after a devastating last few years with injuries. His fellow Spaniard, world number 2 Carlos Alcaraz, has paid tribute to his childhood hero.
Thanks to him, I really wanted to become a professional tennis player. So losing him in a certain way is going to be difficult for us.
Rafa will farewell the sport after next month's Davis Cup final in his home country of Spain. The Wallaroos are getting ready to take on Scotland this Sunday. The women's rugby sides will face off for the first time since their thrilling 2022 encounter at the World Cup in New Zealand. And there was drama on day 1 of the Bathurst 1000. Work is underway to repair the car of Supercars Championship leader Will Brown before qualifying this afternoon after his co-driver Scott Pye crashed in practice. In entertainment news, British YouTuber and music artist Young Philly has been granted bail in Perth after being extradited from Queensland on sexual assault charges. The 29-year-old has been touring Australia, performing in the WA capital on the 27th of September. It's following that show that police allege he raped and choked a woman inside his hotel room. Young Philly is not allowed to leave WA and has been asked to surrender his passport. And it's been a long, long night for fans heading home from an Olivia Rodrigo concert in Melbourne. The US singer performed at Rod Laver Arena, and while she was doing that, vandals were damaging the sprinkler system in the Melbourne Central train station, forcing an evacuation and also an evacuation at the nearby Flagstaff station. Police say the flooding and the evacuation had a flow-on effect to Melbourne's underground rail network, causing major delays. And that is the latest from the Nova podcast team. We'll see you later on for another update. I'm Susie Thompson.